Hey guys, today's video is going to be another one of me speaking English, so if you're allergic to that, please click out. Don't say that I didn't warn you. For the rest of you who stayed, today's category will be West Coast, will be, Los Angeles, will be anything that you can think of that is summery. I'm going to be using a lot of new products that I've been trying out, or some of my holy grails that I've been loving for a very long time. So if you want to see me transform from this to this, then keep on watching. Today's video is gonna be very long, so grab a drink, grab a snack, let's get started. I just washed my face. I've been breaking out, which is annoying. First, I'm gonna start out with one of my favorite perfumes of all time. It makes the whole process more cohesive when I match a scent to the look. It's like I'm already there spiritually. Apply this. Oh, I forgot to mention what it is. It's Gucci Bloom Acqua di Fiori. I think that's how you say it. Next, I'm gonna use a pore minimizing primer from WLab, and this one, I've had it for forever. It's really affordable and it really works. It's really important to match the primer to whatever foundation you're using. So if it's water-based, to use a water-based primer. If it's silicone-based, to use a silicone-based primer. Otherwise, they're not gonna like each other. It's a really good base for the foundation that I'll be using in a second. My skin is not really doing so good. I moved back to my hometown like a week ago. My skin has been working really hard to adjust to the weather, to the humidity. Moving across the country is just stressful. Ooh, this one is gnarly. The pigments of my microblading have faded. You can clearly see a red mark on both of my eyebrows. On the right side is more obvious. I definitely want my base today to be a little bit more natural for that summery beachy vibe. So I'm gonna be using a foundation that I reviewed last week. So this one is the MLF Cream Foundation in the shade Natural. This one is such a unique product. It's the first foundation that I've ever tried that's sheer to maximum coverage. It's in a form of a solid cream. You can really apply as much or as little as you want. I use it as a concealer and also as my base. I'm gonna grab a tiny brush and I'll just dip into the product. This is how much I have on the brush. I just take that little bit I just grabbed and ooh, look at that. I mean, I'm gonna have to blend out the edges, but hello, bam. Just a tiny bit more. Hello. Same thing for over here. Gone. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit before blending it out. To blend it out, I'm gonna grab a little stippling brush like this. I'm just gonna blend out the edges. So I just used the foundation as a concealer to cover up some of my acne. Obviously, right now it's patchy. We're gonna fix that. Now I'm gonna grab their beauty blender. Like, it worked so well. Guys, this is a foundation and this worked. It works so well. Like, what the hell? I'm just gonna dip it into the product. Ooh, that's too much. That's how much I got from my beauty blender. Blend it out and shear out the product on my hand because I really just want a sheer coverage. And then I'm gonna apply that to my face. Now, using this technique is gonna allow you to build up the product little by little. When I first used this, I went straight in. I looked like I was wearing a mask. After I learned how to use it properly, it really does give you such a skin-like finish. I can definitely use a shade darker. So on the right, I just applied a thin layer of product. On this side, I just spot concealed using the same foundation. I think it gives such a healthy, natural glow. Also, the undertone is a little bit too yellow for me, so I'm really gonna rely on some warm bronzer. Bring this face back to life. All right, that's foundation all complete. I think it's looking very nice. My friend Sylvia got me this from Hong Kong. It's the Haus Labs Skin Tech Concealer in the shade 22 Light Medium Peach, which is like a corrector shade. The doe foot is ginormous. I never use these applicators straight on my face. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that and put it on my mixing paper. It's kind of messy though. Like, I've used it twice and it's already like everywhere on the lid. Apply a little bit on my dark circles. It's super creamy and moisturizing. Gaga did a great job with this line. Okay, now it has dried a little bit. I'm gonna blend it out using the same tiny stippling brush. I'm gonna be using a loose powder to set my base. Today I'm gonna be using the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder in the shade 20. This is the Makeup Forever 130 brush, and I'm just gonna grab some powder and go straight in. Now this powder, I love it because it's super oil controlling. The color is perfect for me. I'm grabbing a little sponge from Momo's Workshop, and this is from their Rose collection. I did a full in-depth review on the whole collection. The material of this sponge is NPR, which I have no idea what that means. I used it with cream products and it was horrible for the most part. Some of you guys told me that it's best to use this with a powder. I'm just gonna grab a little bit. So it looks something like this. And I'm gonna set my under eye using this. Well, definitely better than using this with a cream. Would you look at that? This is with loose powder, and this is without. I love it when you guys tell me really good suggestions like that. All right, score. Next, I'm gonna put on some eyebrows. You guys know the drill. I've talked about it a million times. If you guys want, leave it in the comments and let me know. I'll do a in-depth eyebrow tutorial and recommend some of my favorite eyebrow products in a separate video. All right, now we're talking. Next, I'm gonna be using the Haus Labs Velvet Bronzer in the shade Amber Horizon to bring some life back to my face. Like I've said before, I'm gonna repeat it a million times if I need to. If you have applied any sort of face makeup, I would really highly recommend you to use a contour or a bronzer to reintroduce structure back to your face. Otherwise, it's just gonna be one tone and it's gonna look flat. I like using a bigger brush with a bronzer. So this one is the 128 brush from Makeup Forever. So I'm just gonna grab the product, apply it really nonchalantly on the top of my cheeks, on my temple, anywhere that the sun is gonna hit. And this color is so perfect because the foundation is not peachy enough for me, so this is really gonna do the trick. Balance out my complexion. Hell yeah. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more. The only thing I don't like about the Haus Labs bronzer is that it gets everywhere. For eyeshadow today, I feel like it's only fair if I use the LA Girl, and this is in the shade 465 Urbanize. First, we're gonna use the lightest color as a base all over our eyelids. I just really want to deepen my eye sockets. And then I'm gonna use a bigger brush and grab the medium shade, it's a cool tone brown, and put it right above my eyelid fold. It's gonna look natural once we blend it out, so don't worry. Same shade, I'm gonna use it to contour my nose. Same thing on the other side. We're just gonna blend it out with a bigger brush. When I use eyeshadow, I just want it to contour my eyes. So all of my eyeshadow quads are neutral. Now, to make my eyes pop even more, I'm gonna add some bottom eyeshadow. I'm gonna use a tiny pencil brush and grab a little bit of product, draw on a line silkworm. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's an Asian beauty technique. We're gonna grab the same color and the same brush. I'm gonna put it at the outer corners of my eyes for that puppy eye look. So this is with, and this is without. Next, for the sun-kissed look, I'm gonna use a blush from Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She's So LA. I love this blush. I've recommended it to so many people and they all loved it too. This is a cream and powder duo. It is recommended to put the powder on first and then cream on top, which sounds like it could be a disaster, but it really works. I'll just put a little bit on my nose. I look like I just got punched in the face. We're gonna blend it out, don't worry. And we're gonna go straight across our face, on our forehead, on our chin, and use the same fluffy brush that we applied our bronzer with and just blend. Next, I'm gonna be using the beauty blender that we applied our foundation with and use the tip. I am going to dip into the cream and we're gonna apply it on top of our powder blush. It's gonna give it such a nice glow without interrupting the product. I love this blush duo. Would you look at that? It's so nice, it's so healthy. A lot of you guys ask me, you know, I have facial hair like you do, so makeup will cover my mustache or my beard, so what should I do? And honestly, it's really easy, it's not that deep. I usually just grab a darker shade eyeshadow and use a tiny brush. I'm gonna use the darkest shade. I'll just fill in wherever facial hair is like patchy, a little bit. And if it gets too crazy, just grab a disposable spoolie, brush it through your facial hair, and that should fix the problem. Next, for lipstick, honestly, I don't even feel like I need it. I do like my natural lip color. Just for the sake of today's video, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I have like a little sample size of this and I feel like it's gonna last me for years. It's exactly my lip color and I'm just gonna use my finger to blend it out. I'm gonna grab a tissue. All right, I like this shade. It evens out my lip color. We're gonna go back to the same LA Girl quad. I'm gonna use it for fake freckles. I'm just gonna use one of these double-ended Q-tips. I'm gonna use the second shade, poke wherever I want my fake freckles to be. If you apply too much pressure on certain spots, just use the other end to blend it out. You know what? I'm gonna try wetting the Q-tip with the setting spray. Okay, definitely better. You can also just use a brow pencil, so I'm gonna show you how to do that as well. And this one is from Anastasia. I got this when I was in college. I no longer support this brand, but I have it, so swirl it wherever I want. Oh my god, that one's way too big. Let's grab some concealer. Again, using the bigger end of the Q-tip, blend it out. Ow, that's my acne that I tried to blend out. To set everything in place, I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This one is okay. It doesn't replace my Skindinavia or as long lasting as the One Size. I have it, so I'm just gonna finish it. Now I'm as shiny as a disco ball. I'm gonna use the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder. I'm gonna pair it with a powder puff from Momo's Workshop. Grab a little bit of that. It's magical, it truly is. Pay attention. Hello? I'm not gonna apply it all over my face, just the areas that I don't want as much shine. Final step, I'll be setting my eyebrows with this Etuse Lash Primer in the shade Black. It's got little fibers in it, so it makes my really sparse eyebrows fuller. Using the same spoolie that we used for our mustache, brush it out. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some accessories and do my hair and come back. Okay, is this bandana working? It's giving 2013. I'm gonna wear it though. That is all for today's video, and this is the finished look. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something today. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you wanna see me do next. My name is Diego. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.